Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends at yarnspirations.com. Another free pattern by me is the Crochet Red Thread Coasters. We're going to be using Aunt Lydia's crochet thread today. It's called Fashion 3. It's a little bit thicker than thread itself, and you'll be using a 2.5mm size C crochet hook. Now what you're going to see is that this small ball can do 4 of these 5-inch coasters, just like you see. They have a bit of texture, not too crazy, so your cups won't fall over, and they look great. For this kind of application, you're going to want to use cotton, which this is, and it's a great way to crochet today. These take about 30 minutes or less per coaster to make. The free pattern also includes a free crochet diagram, just like you see, and we'll be following that today as well, like off camera, and you're just going to be going round and around. What I want to pay attention to the most is near the end. We want to shift the slip stitch over just by 1 stitch to keep the shells in alignment. You're also going to notice that in certain parts of this pattern, like here as well as here, we're using between the stitches and not the stitch itself to create those extra spaces that we would like to see. Let's begin. Let's create a slip knot to begin. You don't need too long of a tail, and you are going to put in your crochet hook, and we're going to start round number 1. So I need you to chain 5. So this will count as a double crochet, as well as a chain 1 space, as well as the first chain will be the starting or at the center of it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the 5th chain from the hook, which is the very starting one, is where we're going to start going around in a circle. So we're going to just double crochet 5th chain from the hook. Okay, it's always a little harder to hold right at the very beginning, but it will get easier. And then you chain 1 and do that again. So in the center, double crochet, and chain 1. And what I need you to do is that I need you to go around so that you can see 12 of these. So there's actually 1 chain 3 or that you have here, and then these are double crochets. So I need a total of 12. So 1, 2, 3 is what you can see, and go around until you can see that there's 12. And I'll be right back in a moment. Make sure you go right up over that straggler as well, trap it underneath, but you may want to use a tapestry needle to secure that in later. I'm putting in my 12th double crochet. So that equals there. So I can be able to count the chain 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. After the last double crochet went in, make sure you chain 1 and then slip stitch it to the 4th chain up. So 1, 2, 3, and there you go. So we have to have a chain 1 space that is left to keep that being consistent. Let's move on to round number 2. Round number 2, you're going to chain 1, and around the same double crochet below, which is the chain 3 in this case, you were going to do a front post single crochet. So just grab the post, go forward, pull through, and then pull through 2. That's a front post single crochet. Now the next space before this next double crochet is going to get 2 single crochets in it. So you'll be able to whip around this pretty quick. So the next double crochet is a front post single crochet, and then the next space is 2 single crochets into the same space. Please do this all the way around for round number 2. Don't forget, when you come back around, the last space before the beginning has 2 single crochets in it. And then carefully slip stitch to the beginning single crochet front post to finish. I would, just as a precaution, just count and make sure you have the number of spokes or posts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you do not, then something is wrong, so restart. So let's begin round number 3. Round number 3, I'm going to have you chain 2. Doesn't count as anything, it's just a builder. And in the same one as the join, I need you to put in 3 double crochet. So this is going to be a pretty quick round 2. So 3 double crochet in there, and then you're going to skip 2 single crochet, so 1 and 2, and go to the 3rd. The 3rd one, there'll always be the front post single crochets that you're going to play with. So the 3rd one away is 3 double crochet. So if you look for the single crochet front post, that's exactly where you're going to go. So if you can identify that, that's even better for you. Okay, so skip 2, 1, 2, go to the 3rd, see, it's a front post, and put in 3 double crochet. Please do this around for round number 3. Come all the way around, got my 3 in here. If I skip the next 2, I'm back to where I started. So I'm just going to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. Ignore that chain 2 builder. Okay, and you should have 12 groups of these 3 double crochet before moving on to round number 4. Round number 4, chain up 1, and you are going to apply 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 double crochet. And then I need you to put in an extra single crochet in between the space. Okay, this is going to help it grow. And then the next 3 will have a single crochet. And then don't forget the space in between the groups. 1 single crochet. Please do this all the way around for round number 4. When you get back around, don't forget that you still have the last space to fill in a stitch with, and then slip stitch it to the beginning single crochet. Let's move along in this pattern. Round number 5, chain 1 and place 1 single crochet into the first one. Now the next stitch here aligns with the middle one of the next double crochet down below. So you were going to do a front post double crochet around the middle double crochet. Now, because it's the beginning, it looks like there's 4 there because their chain 2 is a builder. Just ignore that chain 2, pretend it does not exist. And you're going to do a front post double crochet down into there. So that will count as the stitch that it's sitting in front of. So you don't count this as the next stitch, you go into the next one as your next stitch. So we want to create space that we're going to use later. And so you're going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and single crochet in the next, and then the next stitch is down into the middle, so it's a front post double crochet down into the middle 2 rows below. That counts as the stitch that it's sitting in front of, so you'll single crochet in the next, chain 1, skip the next stitch, single crochet in the one after that, and then double crochet front post down. So the stitch that we're skipping is going to help us to understand on where we need to go when we do texture later on. So it's a really easy concept to do. So just make sure you do this all the way around. I'll see you at the end of the round. And following this around, I'm going to chain 1, skip the last one before the starting, and that's just a matter of keeping in the sequence. So there you go. So let's now move on to round number 6. Round number 6, chain 1, and you are going to apply 1 single crochet into every stitch around, plus also 1 single crochet into the chain 1 spaces. If you just don't see it, just pull it apart, you'll see it. It's right here. Okay, and so it's just 1 single crochet in every stitch, as well as chain 1 spaces around for round number 6. And so this is helping you to locate this single crochet in the future by doing this. Okay, do this all the way around for round number 6. I'm coming all the way around, and I'm making sure I get that last space before the join, and just join it to the top of the first single crochet. Let's move on to round number 7. Round number 7, right where you're sitting, you're going to chain 1 and apply 1 single crochet into the first one. So now, I know it's hard to see, but it's there, and you'll see it really clearly later, is that we are going to be playing within the spacing of here. So you see it in here, here, just kind of pull it apart and you'll see it. And this is going to be a treble 2 together. So you're going to wrap the hook twice, and you're going to go into that skipped single crochet that you did here. Okay, this was back on row number 4. And you are going to then start, pull through 2 and 2, and do not finish that stitch, let it hold. So there's 2 loops on the hook, wrap again twice, and now come to the next one. It's right here. It's easier actually to see this in white than it was the red, just so you know. Okay, so you pull through 2 and 2, now you got 3 loops, you're done. So yarn over, pull through all 3, and this will count as the stitch that it's sitting in front of. So it'll count as this one. And so the next 3 in a row will each be a single crochet. So now we're going to do another one. So we're going to wrap the hook, another one meaning a treble. So we're 2 together. So we're going to wrap, and we're going to go into the same leg one as this one. So it's the same stitch. yarn over, pull through 2 and 2, yarn over twice, and then just pull it apart, and you'll see the next one is right here. Okay, so you're kind of pulling it out of the project, and then you pull through to finish. That counts as the one that is sitting in front of, and so you'll single crochet the next 3 in a row. And this is going to create a nice star shape on the front of your coaster. So to do it again, so wrap, you're going to go into the same one of where this last leg was, and then you look for the next one right here. Pull through 2 and 2, and then pull through everything, counts as the one it's sitting in front of, and then single crochet the next 3 in a row. I need you to do this all the way around, and I'll catch you close to the end in just a few moments. So I'm coming all the way around. I'm doing my last treble 2 together, and I'm coming through. So all the pieces are now attached to each other. Skip the one that it's sitting in front of, and just do the last 2 like that, and slip stitch to the beginning. So all of these look like they're joined in a circle now, which they kind of are, and we're moving on to the next round, number 8. Number 8, right where you're sitting, you're going to chain 2. Does not count as anything, it's just a builder, and in the same one of the join, you are going to apply a double crochet. The easiest way to remember this is that the next one is a 2 together treble, so that's always going to have 2 double crochets in it because we need to get a little bit bigger. And then the next 3 in a row are each a double crochet. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so the next one you can see it's a treble 2 together, so it's going to have 2 double crochets in it. And then the next 3 in a row are each a double crochet. Please do this around for round number 8. So I'm coming all the way around. I got my 2 double crochets into the same one. There's only 2 stitches left after that. And then I'm going to join it to the beginning double crochet. So we have to start it in a slightly different spot in the next round to get it to line up properly, and I'll take you to the diagram next. So I wanted the shells here to appear in between the space of where the 2 double crochets are sharing, so it's right in between them, not on any stitch. And so we're going to have you move back just by 1 stitch, chain 1, do a single crochet, and then you're going to count over 2 double crochet. You'll use the space in between, and then you'll count the next 2 double crochet and then place your single crochet, and you'll do that all the way around, and this helps it look more consistent and lined up with the points that are below. Round number 9, we're going to backtrack 1 stitch. We're sitting right here, we need to go 1 back. So just insert your hook into the one and behind, yarn over, pull through, and that moves you back 1 stitch, and then chain 1 and place in 1 single crochet in there. So because this is a starting, the chain 2 does not count as a stitch, so don't say this is 2, it's just 1. So you're going to skip this one and this one, and essentially you're looking to where they're sharing the same base, and you're going to apply 6 double crochet into that space in between the stitches. So we have 2, they're double crochets. So 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then skip the next 2 double crochet, and the next top of the stitch is the next single crochet, and that's going to happen all the way around. So we start again, and what you can really just look at, see how they share the same base, that's where the next shell is. So you're just skipping the next 2 double crochet, you're going in between the space and placing in 6 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then you skip the next 2, 1 and 2, and go to a 3rd single crochet, and then the shell is skipping 2, 1 and 2, and go right in between the space. Please do this around for round number 9. So I'm just finishing up my last shell. Now we already have our first single crochet already in, so you're skipping your 2 and you're just going to slip stitch to the beginning single crochet. And this will conclude this. So you're going to cut this yarn, and I'll just show you how to weave in the ends just to make sure you get it. So let's just weave in our ends. So let's just snip our yarn. Don't use your crochet hook to weave in your ends, but just make sure you pull this through the loop and pull tight. Turn it to the back side, and any loose ends that you will have, you'll want to get rid of. I didn't want to overstress by using more than one color in this thing, so I could keep moving to keep this a nice fast little project, especially for people that want to do craft shows. So just going into the stitch work, keep the needle so it does not go into the front of the project. If you turn it over, I do not want to see that needle coming through. Okay, so if I'm a little too deep, so just stay within the fibers within the back. Okay, and you're just going straight down in so you don't interfere with the exterior. Okay, and you want to do this a total of 3 times to be able to pull it through. So we have once, a slightly different path. If you go in the exact same path, it'll pop out because you're not bearing it at this point. And the secret to this as well is if you separate the strands itself, the plies, and if you have a sharp enough needle to do it, it really does get stuck into the work beautifully. Once you have that done 3 times, it's good to go. Your product is now giftable, and fabulous. This is it for today. We hope you enjoy.